From polar whales to black corals, many creatures on Earth can have long lifespans. But which creatures on Earth can live the longest? The lifespan of some animals on Earth is even longer than the average human lifespan, although many long-lived creatures live on land. For example, the oldest turtlehead is nearly 190 years old. But none of them are on this list, but the real heroes live a long life in the water. In this video, we introduce 10 examples of creatures with the longest lifespan. Polar whales are mammals with the longest lifespan. The exact lifespan of polar whales is uncertain. But based on evidence from whaling spear tips, these species easily live over 100 years. And according to research, the lifespan of some of them may reach 200 years. These whales have mutations in a gene called ERCC1, which is associated with the repair of damaged DNA and helps protect the species against cancer, a potential cause of their death. In addition, it has another gene called pCNA that can be replicated. This gene plays a role in the growth and repair of cells, and its proliferation can slow down the aging process. Rough-eyed rockfish. It is one of the fish with a maximum lifespan of 205 years. This brown and pink fish, which lives in the Pacific Ocean from California to Japan, grows up to 97 centimeters and feeds on shrimp and smaller fish. Freshwater pearl mussel often live in rivers and streams in Europe and North America, including the United States and Canada. The oldest known freshwater pearl mussel was 280 years old. These invertebrates have a long lifespan thanks to their slow metabolism. Freshwater pearl mussels are an endangered species. The population of these oysters is decreasing due to human-related reasons, including the destruction and change of river habitats. Greenland sharks live in the depths of the Arctic and North Atlantic Oceans. The length of these sharks reaches 7.3 meters and they feed on a variety of other creatures, including fish and marine mammals such as jaws. These sharks can live up to at least 272 years. According to the estimates, the largest shark in this research is nearly 392 years old, and the researchers showed that these sharks can even live up to 512 years. Tube worms are invertebrates that live long lives in the stable and cold environments of the deep sea. Escarpia iminata, a species of tube worm that lives on the ocean floor of the Gulf of Mexico, usually lives up to 200 years, and some species even live up to 300 years. Due to few environmental threats such as the absence of predators, tube worms have low mortality rates and thus achieve long lifespans. Icelandic oysters live in the North Atlantic Ocean. These saltwater species can live much longer than other bivalves. According to the National Museum of Whales in the UK, in 2006, a 507-year-old seashell was found on the coast of Iceland. Scientists put the name Ming on this oyster because its birth date is 1499 AD and coincides with the rule of the Ming dynasty in China. Corals look like colorful rocks and plants on the sea floor, but they are actually made from the exoskeleton of an invertebrate called a polyp. These polyps continuously reproduce and replace themselves by creating identical genetic copies, and in this way, over time, the structure of the coral's exoskeleton grows more. As a result, corals are a combination of several identical living organisms, not a single living organism like Greenland sharks or Icelandic oysters. For this reason, their longevity is the result of a team effort. Corals can live for hundreds of years or more, but deep-sea black corals are among the longest-lived corals. The age of the coral species discovered on the shores of Hawaii was estimated to be 4,265 years. Similar to corals, sponges are made up of colonies of organisms and can live for thousands of years. Glass sponges are one of the longest living organisms. Members of this group can be found in deep oceans and often have skeletons similar to glass, hence the name glass sponge. Based on the research, the lifespan of the glass sponge belonging to Monoerifis chunni species was estimated to be 11,000 years. Other species of sponges can live longer. Immortal jellyfish Tyola, it can live forever. At first, the jellyfish is in the form of larvae, and then it forms on the seabed and turns into polyps. These polyps then form release and release jellyfish. An adult Tyola can revert to a polyp when physically harmed or starved, and then revert back to a jellyfish state. Tyola jellyfish are small, reaching less than 4.5 mm in length. These species are food for other organisms such as fish and may die for reasons other than natural death, which prevents them from perishing. Hydra is a group of small invertebrates with soft bodies that resemble jellyfish in appearance. Hydras, like Tyola's jellyfish, have the potential of immortality. These invertebrates are made of stem cells that continue to regenerate through reproduction or colonization. Hydras cannot live forever in natural conditions due to threats such as predators and disease, but without these external threats they can become immortal.